Y'all know what time it is. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time, and it's the 10 a.m. podcast time, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, with my guest host, In the Ring with Christine. And last night, I walk into the house after a long day doing what I do, and I open my inbox, and it's Skye Nicolson calling out Tiara Brown and calling it BS. Also, Alicia Bumgarner puts out her hit list. More to come. More to come. Women boxing is on fire. I don't know why everybody's covering it right now, but let's make it happen. It's your boy. Right after the break, we're going to talk about it. Sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties. I got to send out this link. I thought I sent it out to In the Ring with Christine. A second. Bing bong. Should be on in about 2-3 minutes. Oh, but excuse me as I kiss the sky. Shout out to everybody watching the show. Shout out to Daniel Agnew. I'm assuming Skye didn't have a rematch clause. No, I don't think she did. Good morning, Ramirez Boxing. So we're gonna wait till Christine gets on real quick before we get into this news. And so last night, I was just coming home. I was tired. I was pretty much out of it, right? And I look at my inbox, and I have a message, a long message from the lovely Skye Nicolson, who I am a fan of. I'm a big fan of Skye. And she she calls out a recent interview that I did with Tiara Brown, where Tiara Brown, speaks on the experiences she had and all those things. And Skye pretty much calls it BS and says that this lady keeps making stuff up, and she was very adamant about it. She was very upset. I apologized to her. I said, basically, I don't do the show to play anyone. Pretty much, this is a platform where people can come on and say what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't dictate what can and can't be said on the show. I don't drag anybody. You know what I mean? But this is what was said, and I found it interesting because the things, a lot of the claims that she made, Tiara Brown, she pretty much said it was BS. It was being all made up, and she was very, very upset about it. I'm gonna actually show you guys the screenshots in about 2 seconds, real quick. She said I can bring it. I could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about it. And she just wants to clear it up. She was very, very adamant about it. And, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, you can go on my Instagram and you can play it. She was upset. We're waiting for Indra and Christine right now. Hold on, let me just double check until I sent it. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. What the hell? Hold on 1 second, guys. I don't know why she's not getting the link. Give me 1 second. Just dealing with the technical difficulties. Why is she not getting the link? Okay, let me try this one more time. Invite, copy. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get Christine on right now. Just give me a second. Oh, that's why. Send it again. I didn't press send. That was the problem. I'm over here trying to rush to do this damn show, and I didn't send the link. Christine should be on right now. But yeah, boxing is. I mean, listen, women's boxing right now is super duper popular right now, and one of the biggest things that happened in recent memory has been the Tiara Brown winning the belt against um, Skye Nicolson, and and she was very adamant, Tiara Brown, about not giving her a rematch, calling her arrogant, saying that her fans were saying racist things. These are all the things that she felt like that transpired. Christine's in the building. What up?
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, we can get it going now, right? So last night I was telling people that I was coming home. I
Mhm.
walked in my door and my DM goes off,
Mhm.
and it's Skye Nicholson, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, what's this about? Now, for some strange reason, I didn't think it had anything to do with the interview or whatever. That we
Right.
get reached out to by a lot of people, and people like the show. They want to come on. So I see like a paragraph, and she is extremely upset in the paragraph. And she, was calling out Tiara Brown, and was upset at some of the clips that we had put out in the interview, specifically of Tiara Brown. And if you guys want to check it out, it's on our channels, on my channel as well as Christine's, also on my ex, uh, Street Star NORBE or Northern Network or In the Ring with Christine. They're all on there. And she was very adamant, and I'm gonna. But she did say I can put it out there. So she comes out and says, for your information, she's making shit up. If she wanted to come out earlier, she could have come out a few days before. And if she had someone offer to put her up, she had offered to put her up. There's no reason she couldn't have. No one organized a gym for me either. That's not standard protocol. I went and what he said, I went and found somewhere to train while I was there, just like she did, and just like I have every time. I have every time I've gone to fight in a new country, and her referring to the racism she faced as coming from my fans is outrageous. I don't know those people. Our face-offs have millions of views, and she's engaged. What he said, engaged, enraged a lot of people with her pre-fight antics and total disrespect. I cannot control what random viewers around the world were saying, but she also failed to mention that I messaged her a very respectful message after the fight, also apologizing for the racist comments I had seen and two. And two, I commented on both face-offs, both commenting on both face-off posts publicly where it was happening, asking people to stop and leave race out of it. Then she continues to say that girl will sit there and say I was told to say something or I had no choice. That's again complete made up bullshit. She's trying to make out like I've somehow been the ringleader of all these random racist things. Hold on, and then racist, whatever. Having asking people something complete made up. Ringleader of all the racist spreading misinformation is embarrassing. That was on March 23rd this morning. This is the text that she's saying that she sent Tiara Brown. Um,
Can I just comment? So I
yeah,
don't. She's not. I don't believe that she's trying to make it seem like Sky is the ringleader. Um, I also had seen some comments where people commented underneath some things that Sky said and that were racist and not very nice and she wasn't being the ringleader, but she wasn't stopping it either. She didn't say, "Hey, that's not nice, guys," or "Hey, we don't have to use race. We're just two women gonna get in the ring, fight, whatever. She beat me, whatever." So we can be passive sometimes and like we may not be the instigators or the ringleaders, but we're also not doing anything to control it, and as far as protocols, maybe in Australia there isn't a protocol about gyms or whatever. I know that when people come here, the promoters, they have certain gyms that they use or that they know of. Managers know, they make arrangements because they need that they need those gyms, so they get in contact and
yeah.
they help find gyms. So I don't know, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot being said, but
Um, I feel like, and again, I don't think Tiara never said that she was racist. That's one thing she didn't say.
no, she never did say that.
She just
No.
she just spoke on basically her fans and stuff like that. Some of her fans, and
Yeah.
I will say this, you know, Skye is definitely upset about what transpired, maybe the loss or whatever.
Sure.
Um, you know, in Tiara's interview, she did come out and say she'd never give her a rematch or get
Mm-hmm.
her own belt or because she feels like Skye was very disrespectful. Skye was
Mm-hmm.
taking it.
Mm-hmm. Made
Skye,
her wait
yeah,
2 years, and she was the mandatory, and she still
yeah,
made her wait.
and Skye's kind of like, well, you know, the face offs were what they were. You know what I mean? That's part of the show. That's kind of where I feel like she's coming from, and she's kind of. It seems like she's kind of lost at the animosity that Tiara does hold against her. Maybe that's the situation because she's just like, oh, she's making stuff up and she's trying to make me look like a bad person.
Well, I mean, the thing is this is we can look at prior to this fight when Skye said that she didn't know who she was. She had not done anything in her career. She totally downrated her career. That she had never done anything, she didn't pretty much deserve to fight Skye. Um, I dare to say that Tiara's amateur record is highly decorated in comparison to Skye's.
Mhm.
Skye did go to the Olympics. Tiara did not, but she didn't medal. She did go, which is a big accomplishment. But so she started out with the disrespect, and Tiara kept her mouth shut. And now that Tiara has the mic in her face, and she can talk, has the platform, she's now letting people know how she feels. I mean, the disrespect to it both ways, if you want to say it like that.
Yeah.
Um, Honestly, if I was Tiara, I wouldn't give her a rematch. What does she have that Tiara needs? And was Skye so sure that she was going to win because she thought that she had the Australian judge in her pocket and Eddie, that she didn't do a rematch clause? I mean, I'm sorry for her. I'm sorry
Well,
for her.
that is alleged. We can't say we know that for sure. That
Yeah,
she,
that's why I said because she thought that
yeah,
she had them in her pocket.
yeah. Listen. Again, I was very surprised at it at the message. But she's definitely bothered by it. She's definitely the way she expresses. She feels as if she's painted it to be a situation that is not, and it's unfortunate because I think a rematch may make sense in a sense where it could be more money. But Tiara says the disrespect shown that it just won't happen, and I think that's where I think Sky's kind of like, well,
Are you are you a Skye apologist?
I'm not a Sky apologist, but she did block me for a
Because
reason. She did block me.
because she did block me. Yes, she did block me. I will say that I never once berated her character,
Mhm.
attacked her personally. I talked about the facts that I saw in the story side that I knew, the alleged things that were going on, because I am close with Tiara, and I did see
Yeah.
that. So, and then even when Tiara said that allegedly her coaches said that she was very spoiled, they knew this was going to happen. I think that it's very sad when someone takes a loss. I mean, I've
Yeah.
dealt with losses before, but sometimes a lesson is learned, and I'm hoping that maybe this will, she'll take a bite out of the humble pie, and if she's not doing the things that were alleged she wasn't doing in the gym, that she'll pick it up, and she'll be hungrier. Sometimes it can be a positive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being an apologist at all. I'm just trying to call. I'm trying to be nonpartisan in the situation. I'm not biased towards either party. I don't have a relationship with either party. So to me, it's kind of like I can see her point in a sense where she's like, well, is it? I mean, isn't trash talking a part of boxing? And I'll be really,
Absolutely, both sides. Absolutely, absolutely. So why that? But then, in the same token, I was blocked, which I don't care. But I'm just saying, it's just funny. It's just funny that it's trash talking when it's one way, but then when it's the other, oh, I'm gonna block you, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna say this or whatever. It's just
what did
funny.
you say to Sky that made
I
her
didn't say anything to Sky. All I did was put out what was out there. Like I put out, Tiara and how she was going to win and she needed an opportunity, and I had her on my show several times. We had her on our show, and that was it. Like I said, I've never personally attacked someone or their character, regardless of the way that I know them or don't know them. I don't ever speak on things like that. I speak about skill set.
Well, I will say this: you did a couple of times, and I have to be honest.
Oh, please.
Come out and say, in the in the Lupita interview, did you
Uh-huh.
see how she shut up? I'm like, oh man. So I can see where
Yeah,
she could
she
be like,
did. She did.
whatever.
Absolutely.
But
And I mean, that's I'm not apologizing for that. She did shut up quick.
mhm,
I don't know exactly what I said, but I'm sure I said something to that effect, and that she was beat up pillar to post. I also said that.
mhm.
And I'm not apologizing for that either. I spoke the truth.
No, I mean, listen, I
Yes, Daniel,
mean,
I got blocked for something small. Welcome to the club. For me, those are compliments. Yeah, me too. I mean, honestly, who am I? Like, I'm nobody. Who am I? And
you're
there've
some.
been there've
Okay.
been two boxers that have blocked me, and it's okay. It's okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
Well, that's what Skye wanted to get off the chest. She did not want to come on the show. She said she doesn't want to put more light on the situation. She just wants to move past it and continue doing great things in boxing. Now,
Absolutely. I encourage her to get back in the gym and make some changes. I mean, that's what we do, as coaches, as boxers. If we have an L, we get back in the lab and we adjust some things. And like I said, nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to lose. I've lost many times. Nobody likes to lose, but it can be a positive. It can just really burn a fire under your ass.
do you believe that part of her being upset outside of the loss was kind of like the celebration? There's a lot of women like celebrating that Skye loss, and you've heard, uh, we've all heard rumors and stuff like that, and about Skye, but I mean, this is somebody that's pretty much
Why?
earned what she
But
has.
why not celebrate? I mean, if she had beat Tiara, would there not have been the biggest ass celebration across the world? Like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. Are we not supposed to celebrate in somebody's victory? That's so ridiculous.
No,
And we would have not have stopped hearing about it. I told you Tiara wasn't on my level. I told you she didn't do shit. I told you she didn't deserve a fight with me. Come on. Let's put the shoe on the other foot.
no, listen. I'm just saying maybe that's how she feels. Like a lot of people came out, and maybe people that she thought were friends or whatnot, and kind of was just like,
But they
and a
can
lot of
still be
boxers came
friends.
out.
But see, that's the thing. This is my thing. You can still be friends. Just because you pick a side does not mean you're not friends or you don't like someone on a personal level. It doesn't mean that. I think, you know, as much as I love my women, we're the ones that do that. Well, I've seen some guys do it too. Never mind. I can't even say that. But we have to pick a side. We have to pick a side. And look, Norbs, you're in the spotlight. One day somebody's going to be mad at you and they're going to talk shit, or whatever. It's part of it, right? People have talked shit about me. It's part of it. We choose to be here. She chooses to be in the spotlight.
Yeah,
So people are going to talk shit and sometimes they're going to hurt our feelings or make us angry or whatever. It comes with it.
that's
It is
important.
what it is.
No, and listen, I've had people mad at me for a lot of things. So I've been in the spotlight for years. I get it, and it is very tough to take a loss and have to face it, and people just ridiculing you and stuff like that. Skye's talented. She's young enough to bounce
Yes,
back. Um,
absolutely.
and again, just use it as motivation. Tiara doesn't want to be match
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah, turn it
Well,
around. Turn it around. Use it as motivation. Shut me up. Shut Tiara up. Shut everybody up that said, she can't come back and do something. I love it. I want it. Let's do it.
somebody,
Um,
somebody
I
wrote
have
on.
no ill will
Yeah.
feelings.
No, I love Skye. I think Skye is dope. This guy Mule said, "I subbed. How do you guys talk men's boxing?" Yes, we talk men's boxing, but everybody, it's crazy, right?
Were
We
you
get to
here
see.
yesterday? Did you just tune in? Are you new here? We were just talking men's boxing yesterday.
I don't even want to put the comment up there what he said, but yes, we talk women's boxing. We also talk men's boxing. Whatever's
Hmm.
news, it's kind of crazy how people
This
could
just
keep.
came last night. This message. That's why we're
Yeah,
talking
it
about it.
happened
Come
like
on, man.
11 o'clock at night. But it's funny because a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the other shows don't even talk about women's boxing, but all of a sudden they're all talking about it. They're all
Hmm.
interviewing these women
And
fighters.
we've been talking about it.
We've been doing it.
Yes, red corner boxing. Boxing is boxing. Amen. Thank you,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys, come on. I talk about everything. Yeah, they won't admit it because she's pretty. That's why they went at her. I guess she's.
You know what? She is very pretty. She's very pretty. A lot of people, think she's pretty, and she is pretty. I think she's pretty too. I mean, I think that's why our guy Norbs has a little soft spot for her right now. She messaged him. She
Oh,
messaged him, and oh, pobrecita.
I can't. I like Sky.
What the fuck you gonna do?
I like her
Golly.
too. I like her too. I like her
Wow.
too. Sky, I do like you. I
I,
do. I do.
I'm gonna order me a Skye Nicolson hoodie just because of the things you just said about her. Okay,
I think you should. I
I
think you
like.
should buy me one too. How's that?
You're gonna get one. You're gonna wear it. Are you gonna wear it
Why
with
wouldn't
Skye?
I? Why wouldn't I? I support
I,
all
did-
women.
I did feel a little bad. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Skye. I don't like people being upset at me. I'm just like I'm just doing one of my job. I spoke to Jamal Harris.
If you don't like people being upset with you, you're in the wrong seat right now, my friend.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, listen. I try men, women. I don't like them being upset at me for opinions. Again, this is a platform where we allow the fighters to say what they want, promote what they want.
Absolutely.
We are going to give our opinions, but we're not disrespectful. We base it on what's being said, and if you put stuff out there, we're going to speak on it.
Ooh, Daniel, you got to read these comments, Norbs. You got
Hold
to
on,
read these.
hold on. I'm going to say it. Tiara actually took the belt from Skye, but Skye was also an email champion. She didn't take from Serrano. Serrano would have whooped her ass though.
Hey,
Stop talking about my girl Skye, all right? She had the
hey.
belt. I don't see you guys talking about boots, all right?
We talk about boots. We
Or
talk about
Travante
boots.
get an email, or even Benavidez, okay? I don't see you saying that, Daniel. All right? Talk about my girl Skye like that. To me, Sky's fights are my cure for wow. Wow. This is not the hate on Skye. I would like
No,
to see
hey, you put it out there.
does the women on the panel fight? Christina's a trainer.
I am a trainer. Yes, I am a trainer. I am way past my fight prime, honey.
Somebody says so the email champion play. Yeah, it definitely replaces it. I mean, guys, listen. At the end of the day, whether you like Skye, whether you like this is how boxing is. I mean, the email champion stuff, it's become the norm. I think in the past
Yeah,
year or so,
unfortunately is.
we've watched Gervonta get a belt that he didn't earn. We
Mm,
watched Benavidez that he didn't win. So,
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna
it's a
jump.
different time.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Do I think it should be done? No, I think somebody should win the belt. Even if somebody gives it up, they should have the top two contenders for that belt fight it out. That's what I believe. But that's just me.
Well, let me ask you, Norbs, like what is next for Sky? Like who do you think that she should face, you know?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see a rematch for Tiara. I think it'll be a lot of money. I think it'll be
Well, we already know that's not going to happen anytime soon.
anytime soon. But I think it makes sense. I mean, listen, Tiara has reasons to not do it.
Hmm.
But is there a bigger fight for Skye? Probably not. It might not. I mean, Tiara's gonna have big fights, but the rematch, especially, it's a controversy sells, right? Whether it's good or bad or whatnot. As many people as hate Skye, there might be as many people that love Skye. So
And see, I don't think that anybody hates her. Like I don't. Like I think that's such a strong word. Nobody hates her. I think that the arrogance before the fight
yeah.
and the way she looked down upon Tiara was the problem. But it wasn't about hating. It's like you were watching to see her either totally dominate and win, or you're watching to see her downfall because of the arrogance that she showed to Tiara. And you can't say you didn't see it.
You know what's crazy? I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about Carissa Shields. I think that's another.
Oh, for
Another
absolutely. I'm with you. They want to see her downfall or they want to see her shut everybody up.
no, absolutely. I mean, listen, uh, she's gonna get a shot again. She's very popular. I would like to see a rematch. I think sometimes rematches are really good.
Hmm.
Um,
They are.
and again, but Tiara's on to bigger things at this point. She's like, go get other belts. Maybe she should go get other belts and force a unification. Listen, sometimes when you face adversity is when you find out how great you really are, and
Absolutely.
maybe
I
that's the
totally
moment where
agree
she
with
just
you.
has to say, you know what, let me get these other belts and then force Tiara into a rematch.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you feel like is her next best move?
I mean, I think that she's gonna have to come back up and maybe not fight a big name right now, but fight another champ that's like trying to come up and just kind of readjust and change some things and hopefully in the gym she is doing that. And then she can start calling people out. I think at one time I don't know. Somebody said that Amanda would beat her up. Well, yeah, Amanda Serrano. I mean, then she needs to go after the big fish, and then she needs to circle back around. But I think that she needs to take an in-between fight before she fights a champion again.
Yeah.
Just to build some confidence.
I don't think she lacks confidence at all. I'll be honest with you. But I do
Well,
believe
I think mentally, she needs that confidence that she is a winner and that she's going to continue to win. I mean, and saying the lack of confidence, I mean, that's questionable. I mean, even her messaging you, it's like she could have just left it alone and said, "I don't care what people say. They're going to see what I do."
good point. I mean, listen, I was very surprised at the message. And again, I don't like to see people upset.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah,
don't
I don't either.
I was never disrespectful towards her. Again, I like Sky.
No. Hmm.
And I said, whenever you want to come on, you're more than welcome. And she liked it and she said, whatever. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean, listen, she's a champion, right?
She is a champion.
Yeah,
She's very feisty. She's very sweet. She is a champion. I really believe that she's going to take this loss and she's going to turn it into a victory. I do. I really believe that.
somebody said Clarissa's last opponent was like 40 years old. Yeah, we all know that, but it is what it is. That I mean, the slim pickings with Clarissa
Danielle.
Sanders right now.
Yes. She
Listen,
was tough.
I say move forward. Look for that next big bout, and I think she'll be back. And I think there will be a rematch. I think there'll be a rematch, but it's probably gonna have to be in America. So
Yeah,
Tiara's gonna have to fight
sure.
it back. And sometimes the best victory is one that you came back from a loss. So it is what it is. But speaking of,
Alexander asked if Tiara had a promoter. Yes, OTX is her promoter. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. No, so also speaking of women's boxing, again, more women's boxing news. Alicia Baumgartner, and it's crazy. First of all, for those people that say that we only talk women's boxing, that's not true. Women's boxing is
but
really
but
hot.
today there's some news coming out.
Yeah, yeah, and no, not only that, it got really hot all of a sudden. So now everybody is kind of jumping on it, and we've
Hmm.
been reaching out to females and things of that nature. And I'll be honest, a lot of females, a lot of males have reached out to us. A lot of, I mean, it is what it is. And to be honest with you, some of the males are hard to get on the show. I'm not gonna lie, So we don't base our show on guests, but we don't turn them down either.
Hmm.
And again, I try to be as equal as possible. But whatever's news is
Yeah,
news.
you're doing great. Absolutely.
Now we're gonna add this real quick. Alicia Bumgarner
Depends
on the
at the
Boxing
weight
Voice had
class.
this to say. Let me bring this to the beginning. Here we go. Play it.
Questions. If you had it your way, what would be your next three potential opponents? Great question.
Great question. Next three opponents, not in any order. I would have to do Katie, Amanda, and Caroline Dubois.
Caroline.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was.
The new kid
yeah.
on the block. What is it about Dubois? You just want to quiet the naysayers, or you see something in her that you think will make a beautiful fight?
She a little pup, and you know what I'm saying. She needs to be trained. So I wanna let her know that one thing about it. I love the hunger as a young pup coming in the game, but one thing about it, don't chew off
Don't bite.
more than you can. And I just feel like she's been very disrespectful lately, and I don't like that disrespect because the last person that was disrespectful got beat and got her belts took. So yeah, just sometimes you gotta show them. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. So
And
yeah, she would be a great fight at 35. Even old girl from Matchroom, Beatrice. You
Oh,
mm,
know,
you want Beatrice?
we want them all. I told y'all, I'm not ducking nobody. We want them
Okay.
all. Beatrice, Caroline, Amanda, Katie. Yeah.
Are
I mean, these are
you
all these fights make sense at the weight class.
I'm gonna let you.
So,
I'm gonna let you answer
well,
that.
no, so I just want to say this. So, let's say she fights Caroline, okay, and Caroline beats her, and then Caroline celebrates. Everybody celebrates and talks her mess, and then Alicia is like, "Hey, Caroline's so disrespectful. She's so mean. She's a meanie." You know, okay, did we just hear, what was said about Caroline? She's a little pup. She needs to be trained. You know what I'm saying? So this is boxing talk. This is boxing talk. It happened in the Skye and Tiara situation. It didn't go the way Skye wanted. So Tiara's still, banging her drum. It's the same thing. This is boxing talk. This is building the fight.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about her list? I personally
You
like the fact that she
know,
didn't smoke.
listen, you know what? That she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to call out the up and comings, the champs, I personally, think there's a couple on there that she's not going to get past, but if I'm wrong, good. Prove me
Please,
wrong.
please tell us who.
Well, for one, Caroline Dubois, her skill set is absolutely amazing. And let's just be honest, when Alicia and Michaela fought, it was very tight. It was very tight. It was not a, as somebody said on Twitter X, that it was not a pillar to post beating. She did take her belts. Congratulations to her. She did a great job. Now that she's, with Derek James, I think her skill set is going to improve even more. Caroline is a whole different animal to me. But then she also, in the same breath, said, Beatrice, baby, I love my American fighters, but Beatrice is a dog.
So do you have her winning any of those fights?
I mean, there's some fights definitely. I mean, she's a very worthy opponent. She is very talented. She also called out Katie and Amanda. You
Yeah.
know, Katie and Amanda, I believe, are coming to the end of their reign. It's
Mhm.
time to crown a new queen. They could, why not pass it on to Alicia? Why not she be the new queen of the division, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right when it comes to Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Amanda's already been talking retirement. She's already talking about possibly the next fight in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, she's going to be making money outside of boxing and helping other women. So I think she's pretty much done. Katie again has pretty much done everything she needs to do. But
Mhm.
I could see that
Mhm.
big mega fight happening. But Alicia wants that top spot, man.
I
She
think that's good. She should. That's what she should be doing.
absolutely. I like it. I like that all these people are now talking to all these women to come on and they want that smoke. They want these girls talking crazy. But I
So who's winning? Who's winning in these matches? She called out a lot of folks.
that's
She
why I
called
asked
out
you.
a lot of folks.
You're the expert. I mean, you tell me who's winning.
I mean, I think she's gonna have her hands full with Caroline and Beatrice. Um, but then with the Katie and Amanda, I mean, if they even give her the opportunity, which I think Amanda will. I mean, she signed with
Yeah.
MVP, and I think she could do that. She would do that. But those two, Caroline and Beatrice, that's who.
I think Amanda is the most likely at this point, especially if she
Hmm.
wins against Katie. That could be her last fight in Puerto Rico. Leave it a classic and just go. And I think they've already laid the foundation down for it. There've been questions at the pressers about it. They've been flirting with it, and you could just tell the way Alicia doesn't hide stuff very well. She's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, we'll see when it seems like they've already had the conversation, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I think they have. I mean, that's why she's calling them out. I mean, they're under the same umbrella. So yeah, I could see that conversation has been had. Red Corner Boxing said Beatrice fight would be tough too, but that's her best chance. For me, I see what you're saying. So Beatrice, she's a dog. She's a little bit rough and raw. She can box, but she's more of a come forward, beat you up. And then Caroline is very technical. She can box, she can brawl. So I see what you're saying, red corner boxing. Is she just can't get touched by Beatrice because Beatrice definitely has hellacious power. But either one of those, man, those would be super fights for real. Super,
wait,
super
listen,
fights.
I like the fact that she wants the big fights. That she wants.
Yeah, me too. And I know Caroline has said though, she's got some other people that she wants to fight. She did mention Alicia too, but she also said that the mega fight for her is Beatrice. So she's on Caroline's radar as well.
I'm just glad, and she still took a little dig at what's her face at
Okay.
what she said, I want to make the fights that can happen instead of talking about the stuff that pretty much that can't happen. So, I mean, I like it. You know what I mean? And she did. She's never gonna not.
And nobody's crying about that. Nobody's crying about the back and forth. Come on, this is boxing, y'all. Nobody's crying about it. And people are going to pick corners. But then again, all due respect to her, that's number two that has blocked me. And it's cute. It's funny.
You take
But,
she
so
didn't block me, okay?
no, she didn't block you. No, she blocked me. Yeah, she blocked me. And it's cool. It's
Me and
okay.
Skye are like
I picked a corner.
me and
Yeah,
Skye.
yeah. So they blocked the villain.
You are a villain. You
The
you did rub it in
villain.
though. You did rub it in. I'm not
I'm
gonna.
gonna rub it in. They would rub it in too. And if I have to eat crow because somebody that I bet on loses, I'm gonna eat crow. It is what it is. It's part of the fun and the excitement.
HLD says my bones to pick with Baumgartner is her biased commentary and Serrano fight card, steroids, and need to give Christina Leonardo a rematch. What's your take on that?
I agree. I agree. If you would have heard the commentating, it was very biased. And Christina does deserve a rematch. I mean, the fight was amazing. It was very close. She just had a baby. Christina got in there and really who blocked you? Really did her thing. And then we find out that Baumgartner pops 30. Well, let's run it back. Let's see what it is for real.
Yeah. Do you think she
So
would give her a rematch?
I don't think she would give her a rematch. Why should she? I think she should, but why should she? Honestly, what does she have to gain from it?
Oh, this speaking of popping dirty. So I read somewhere that I forgot who said this. I don't know if Turkey Alasik tweeted out about the Conor Ben Nigel Conor Ben
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
Eubank Jr.
Hmm.
And they said due to the test results, they believe that somebody might be popping dirty in
Yeah,
that.
you know what? Actually, Uncle Turk said that. That
Yes,
yeah.
that is what is going on? I
I don't
mean,
know.
we all know
I don't know.
allegedly Conor Ben tested positive before, right?
Man, yeah, he did. Allegedly.
He's going up 2 weight classes, and Turkey Alasik makes that statement. That is a
Yeah, I mean,
very
that's a pretty bold statement.
yeah. I was very surprised by what was your take when you heard it? Because I
I
was kind
mean,
of
same. I was like, well, shit, he knows something we don't, and we're about to find something
and
out,
he
possibly
put it on
before the
Eddie
fight.
Hearn. He put it on Eddie Hearn and somebody else. I forgot who it was, but basically saying that they have the results, and the results that
Yeah,
they got can be a problem. This fight can be canceled over the weekend.
yeah, exactly. So
That,
that's well, we're just going to be sitting back and waiting. It's yes, HOD Sky blocked me, and so did Alicia Baumgartner.
well, Scott
God
didn't
bless
block
them
me. At
both.
least he doesn't even know who the hell I am. So, it is what it is. If she unboxes me, I will be sure to tell you. But I
Yeah,
mean,
more eggs. Yes, eggs.
I don't
Me-
want I don't want to overlook this Conor Ben situation. If Conor Ben ends up testing positive this weekend, does
Mhm.
this Eubank Jr. fight ever happen again? Or
Gosh, I know. I don't know. I mean, I just saw something where Eubank Jr. was saying if he did lose to Conor Ben, he would really seriously think about retiring. So, I mean, is he going to retire because he would just feel like, oh, I'm just a total disappointment, or is he getting up there in age and wouldn't want to fight again? So I don't know. I mean, we'll have to sit back and wait and see what the results are. But that was very bold for him to put it out there. I mean, I hadn't heard it anywhere else. Had you?
no, I just seen Turkey Alasik make that post, and I
Yeah,
thought it was very interesting. But for some strange reason, nobody's talking about that. Also,
they're
Red Corner
not.
Boxing says Conor Ben did a lie detector yesterday, as did Eubank Jr., but neither were asked about PEDs. I didn't
Yep,
even
saw
know
that.
that's real. Like, that really happened.
Yeah, they did a lie detector test and were asked questions. Yeah.
Why? Well, I don't get it. Why?
I mean, it's just part of selling the fight. I mean, do you think you're going to beat, Conor Ben? Yes. Do you think you're going to beat Eubank Jr.? Yes. Oh, they're not lying. They really believe. They're real,
That is the
things like
worst.
things like that.
That is worse. Red Corner Boxing says it's just Turkey stirring the pot, trying to sell the fight. He's been well tested. It would have been off already else. I don't think you want to sell the fight by saying that. I don't think that makes people tune in. To be honest with you, to put that out, I mean, that's defamation if it's not true.
Yeah, I think Uncle Turk thinks he's like untouchable. Like nothing can be done to him. Like he is the master.
But who? I mean, I don't think people tune in because of that. Maybe the ticket sales are bad, but it's supposed to be a huge fight in the UK. Why would you put that news out there? It just doesn't make any sense unless something warranted that. And then you
Yeah.
put it on Eddie Hearn and I forgot who else. You put it on both of them. So you're basically saying they have the results. But why does Eddie Hearn get results before anybody else? That's what I
Look,
don't understand. Either.
this is the thing. This is all alleged. Okay, this is all alleged. There's rumors around boxing, in the boxing communities that this is not anything new. I mean, there has allegedly been other tests that have been, lost in the paperwork, and the promoter, possibly allegedly knows about it, and it gets shuffled around and nobody can find it. But because I mean, just think about all the money that's put up, and do I know that to be fact? No, I'm just telling you that there are rumors that things like that happened. Nothing shocks me anymore. Nothing.
No, I'm listening. It's crazy. It's Red Corner says the sellout at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so nearly 70K, but pay-per-view sales are slow. I think pay-per-view sales, period, are slow unless it's I mean, this is a big matchup, but America's not going to be behind it like that. So.
Yeah, that's true. And I think honestly, with with the MVP, being on Netflix and other channels, I think that pay-per-view is going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah,
I really do.
I believe so. And if Turkey has it his way, the high check's going to be out of the way.
Yes.
So Netflix, it looks like it is the wave of the future.
I think so.
Yeah, it's tough. Hold on, he said, who else here? Morning in the ring, Christine and chat fan.
Good
What's
morning.
up? Nobody says morning to me. It's crazy.
Because you're being mean to me.
People love you, Christine. Except for Skye Nicolson. She doesn't like you too much. But I love
Except for Skye Nicolson and Alicia Baumgartner. But you know what? I got love for them. I got love and respect for
I
them.
love both of those women.
It doesn't matter.
Agreed.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I mean, the pay-per-views are really expensive too. Like they're like $90, $100. You're like,
Oh, I know. I know.
It's kind of bugged out. On to other news. My girl Gabby from Nerd. That's my girl right there.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did you also see Alicia talking about your girl? Come on now.
What did Alicia say about my girl? Hold on.
I sent it to you.
Wait, I didn't see that.
I
What did she
texted
say
to you.
about my girl? That was her. Or they just you're talking about the question about her fighting Gabby, but Gabby's too small. She's at 108. This girl's at 135.
Well, I mean, Gabby can go to 115. There was talks about her moving to 115.
Yeah, 115. But you're talking about is Baumgartner going to go down 20
She's
pounds?
small too. She's small. She's really small.
You think Baumgartner's going to want to go down all that weight though?
I don't know. I don't know if she'd want to, but if a fight can be made, I mean, the pool is really small. I mean, female pool is not that large. For the right amount of money, things can happen.
I think this is me. I think Gabby can handle the weight, but I think Gabby's being smart about her stuff. She's like, listen,
she's very smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to go up and gather belts, and she even asked her about going up. She's like, no, I just told you I want to go down in weight. So I guess being 23 and I could still get belts here and come up and make more money.
Smart.
I don't think she's even thinking about Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia Baumgartner's looking
not now. Maybe in a few years. Maybe.
In a few years, I mean, we're looking at somebody that's probably going to be grown into her body. Alicia will be a few years older. How old is she now? Like 30 or something like that?
Oh, I think you just insulted her.
Oh, she's older than us, younger?
Yeah. Pretty
really?
Sure.
Well,
I don't know. Does anyone know how old Alicia Baumgartner is? I don't think she's that old. Not that that's old. I mean, I'm just saying I think that she's in her 20s, I believe, but I'm not sure. Red Corner Boxing said Alicia's 130. If Pandora could make that, to be honest, meet at 126 easily. Jump. Thank you, Red Corner Boxing.
From 108?
Thank you. That's exactly what I say.
From 108 to 130, that's 22 pounds in one shot. No,
I mean, we're not saying next week. We're not saying set it up for even this year. I'm just saying eventually it could
yeah, she's
happen.
30, 31. What are you talking? You just
31.
want me
Oh,
to
my
be.
bad, HOD.
You just want my people to be mad at me, like they're mad at you.
No, I just think that I thought that some of the things that were being said would come from a 20-year-old, but I was wrong. She's 30, 31. I'm sorry.
Wow, even the maturity shot. You took a maturity shot. That's crazy.
Oh, no, not at all.
No, that was a shot. Christine, you get the braids going and you start taking shots. That's what happens. I mean,
Negative.
for Gabby to go up 22 pounds is a lot. I think she can handle the weight, but I mean,
Yeah, like I said, it's not next week. I'm just saying that's a potential one day.
I mean, she's 23. She's still young. She could
Yeah,
probably do
she
it.
is.
But I don't think Gabby needs it. I think Gabby is already showing a lot of star power, and I think she's just going to collect a lot of
The
junior
thing
and move
is,
up.
she doesn't need it right now because, like you said, she can go back, she can go down, collect belts, she can come back up, collect all, she can go up a weight class to collect all the belts. So eventually, when she's collected all the belts, then she starts looking, a little bit up, further up in the division, you know.
That's what the money's that it looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. But honestly, in all seriousness, I really feel like we're going to see a new Alicia. I really do.
In what way?
Nothing against Tony Harrison. Excuse me. Nothing against Tony Harrison. Harrison, he got her, where she needed to be thus far. But I really do believe that her going with Derek James is going to make some differences. And MVP obviously saw her talent, and they're going to be making power moves. So good for her. Celebrate her.
Does a new trainer at this point in your career really help? I mean, it was successful for
Sure,
De La Hoya.
sure. You know what? It really depends on if the athlete is willing to conform and change or not. And I believe that she is. I do believe that she is. Yes, you can train, you can change some things. I mean, will it be a little harder because maybe you have some bad habits or whatever? Possibly, but I think with the right person, you can change for sure.
Being 30 years old, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Or is she stuck kind of I remember De La Hoya did it. I've seen other fighters try to do it, not successful. I didn't like how Ryan Garcia looked with Derek James with
Hmm.
the shoulder. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, he's going to
Uh,
be back with him this time
yeah. But he
too.
also was looking to go with Canelo's guy.
Yeah, for some reason it just didn't work out.
Yeah, but he was back. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with
It really depends on the athlete. It really does.
you. That's what Jamal Herring said. He said it depends on the athlete willing to open up and willing to learn new things. I mean,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right, champ.
But
Let him know.
don't you go to habit like once
Sure.
you're in there, like it's pretty tough, man. I don't
But
know.
the thing is this, with a good trainer, you do repetition. You do things over and over and over again, and it becomes muscle memory. And then you don't even have to think about it. Your body just does it. So with a good trainer and a willing participant, habits can be broken, new tools can be added. It really just it depends on the trainer and the athlete.
Well, Jamal says he went to Bomac late in his career, and we see what happened.
Exactly. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you.
What about chemistry? Yeah, it is true. But
It
there's been
is.
a lot of nightmare situations. I did not like how Ryan looked when he came off of uh, James. You know what I mean? So
And it could be like I said, it's either the athlete or the coach. There has to be that chemistry. Maybe he's going to be better with Alicia than he was with Ryan, or maybe it was Ryan that wasn't feeling it. Maybe Alicia is feeling. It just really depends. I am hopeful, and I am really believing that we're going to see a new and improved Alicia. She's had a long layoff. You know, she hasn't been in the ring, in a while, and I'm hoping that she's made some adjustments and they're working well together. I'm hearing that they are. I mean, we were the first one to put it out there that she
yeah,
was working with Derek.
it's true. All right, corner box says Garcia to face Boots if both win their respective fights coming up for the strap. Makes sense. It makes sense. Boots is trying to be a star.
Hmm.
I think honestly he destroys Ryan Garcia. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. I don't think Ryan is I think Ryan is good, but I think Boots has everything that he needs to. And I don't know if Ryan's power is gonna transfer to 147. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
he's pretty strong.
He
He's
is
pretty
very strong,
strong. He's very strong.
but being strong at 140 to go to 147. We've seen
Yeah,
him
I mean,
with
he walks
Lopez.
around a little bigger and he's very powerful. I know some people that have sparred him and he does have some kind of hellacious power. I mean, just kind of like Rolly does, but obviously Ryan has a better skill set than Rolly,
What do you think
respectively.
about him going up? Do you think do you think you give him a shot against Boots?
I think that with time and progression and proving himself and going up, going through 140 and moving up, yeah, why not?
I think it's a good move for Boots. I think he wins the fight, but it also puts him in a category where
Yeah,
he's
but
been
does Boots
wanting to
need to
be.
move up?
I don't think Boots wants to go up, man. Like
He doesn't. Does he need to?
he might have to, but I think
Mhm.
as long as they don't got to do by IBF rules where you can only
Yeah, the
gain
hydration.
2 pounds, I think he'll be fine. But I think Boots is trying to collect as many straps and get money, and I think Ryan Garcia is the biggest money fight he can get.
Hmm. I
Even
agree.
at
I agree with you.
147 to
I
154.
agree. That would be good. Yeah.
Somebody said Derek James had nothing to do with Garcia LA role. That LA, yeah, well, he still did it under his training. Some fighters are coachable. It's true. Alexander wasn't Ryan Garcia wasn't even doing a shoulder roll. He was just turning his back. Yes, and that was very
That's
concerning.
true. That's true.
Ryan is good, but he went back to using things he got away with. Absolutely, Jamal. I like
Hmm.
Ryan Garcia, but I just didn't like how he looked with Derek James. HLD, that was the booty roll. Ryan was stupid.
The booty roll. You so dumb.
Alicia is
Daniel.
my girl, and I loved her with Tony, but Derek is a respected trainer, and I have confidence in her choice going that route.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with Ryan is the lack of head movement, and we know Boots is elusive. He has to stay focused and not get frustrated while trying to catch Boots. I'm with you, and I think
Hmm.
Boots. I think Boots might. I think Boots is going to be aggressive from the onset.
Yeah, I mean, I think Boots would probably box his socks off. I mean, Ryan can box too, but he's a little limited. Yeah,
I think he
I
stops
agree.
Ryan. I think he stops Ryan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really believe he stops Ryan.
You
I
think so?
yeah, I really believe he stops Ryan. WBA trying to force Ryan onto Boots. Turkey wants T over his Boots. I think Teal's the tougher matchup. To be honest, Drew. I think Teal's skill set, but I don't know about his size. When it
Yeah,
comes to
I
Boots.
think the size is the problem, but I think he would be like a Tasmanian devil in there, and I think that would be a good matchup. But yeah, I do worry about the size too.
That's what scares me with Teal.
Hmm.
Still needs to face Norman Jr. providing he beats Jin Sasaki out in Tokyo. I mean,
It's
Brian
so
Norman.
crazy. Jin Sasaki. So, my son, I'm so proud of him. I'm gonna make a post soon, but he's was out there at Solace's gym, and Jin's out there, and he said he's pretty tough and pretty strong. I really want to see that matchup. I didn't even know Jin Sasaki until recently, whenever my son came back from Vegas and was telling me about him. So I've been doing some research on him. He
Jose
looks like
San got
he's
to Sparrow.
no, well, my son's a coach. He's
Oh, okay.
very, yeah, and he's gonna go back out there. He's been invited to go back out there. He's very smart and doing really
Right.
great things. But he was telling me about Jen because one of our boxers goes out there to spar. So
Mm.
yeah, so I'm doing some. I like him. I like Jen.
Yeah, well, he didn't block you, so that's a good thing. All right. We can't keep
No,
having you get
no,
blocked.
no.
All
I've only been
right?
blocked by 2 people. I think that's pretty good.
We're
That's
gonna
not
look
too
at we're
bad.
gonna we're gonna look at your list and see how many. I think you've been blocked by more people.
No, it's only two. It's only two. It's all good. It's
I
okay.
could never block you. Just know that I would
Thank
never.
you. I appreciate that. And I would never give you a reason to block me. I will never bet against you. Okay, Norbs, how's that?
I appreciate it. You are loyal. You are loyal.
I
But
am.
there's a lot more stuff coming on. Hold on. Jamal says those Japanese fighters are definitely tough and pretty strong. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, I know. It wasn't a cakewalk. Bomac Red and Sal made sure to keep me honest in that fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see one of the biggest fights ever. Was it Nakatani versus I always forget anyway,
Anyway.
and that's
Mm.
gonna be crazy. I think it's sometime the end of this year. Um, this what's crazy? Boxing has become so international. Like it's so crazy. It used to be just like Mexico and America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like it's
With a
every
sprinkle of Puerto Rico
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean, but now it's like Japan and
I
the
love it.
Ukraine. It's crazy. I'm
Yeah, I mean we have now we can see those fights because of social media and TV and satellite and all that good stuff, the internet. So I love it.
Yeah. Back to that comment I made about Turkey on the Seek. I mean, what's today? Wednesday? Do you think those results come out before Saturday?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like now that Red Corner Boxing was saying something about, it probably would have come out by now. Maybe that's what it is, but I just do wonder why he would say that. And I wonder, was he saying, what did he want more attention and more eyes on it because the ticket sales are so low and the people are like, oh shit, let me check to see what's going on. Is he going to make a ring walk or not?
But why would you buy more tickets if the fight is at risk of being
No,
canceled?
I get
That
it.
doesn't
I
even
get
make
it.
sense.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm just wondering what his motive was. Like,
And,
was
and
that
to be
was that what
honest
he
with
was
you,
thinking?
too, if you got to look at another side, what if it does get out there and it doesn't come from Eddie Hearn? He kind of put it on Eddie Hearn, and Eddie
He
Hearn was
did put it on
crazy.
Eddie. He
Like, it's
did.
like, I was holding on to the results because of why? Why aren't they out, Eddie? It's
Hmm.
kind of crazy. He said probably mistranslated. I don't know, bro.
Maybe mistranslated. Maybe he doesn't have a PR that's like saying, "Hey, don't do that," or "Hey, this is not how you say that." I don't know. Maybe it was.
Uncle Turkey is wilding right now. He's in them streets wilding.
He is.
Norman's not fighting in Japan. Carl Moretti called that cap. He said, please send him a copy for our files.
Mm.
Jamaican politics as usual. Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, of
We just want
course.
the fights. I just want to talk about them. You know what
Same.
I mean? That's why
I want to watch them, talk about them, predict, winners.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Talk
no more
about skill
blocking,
set.
Christine. That's it. No more.
Yeah,
Okay.
no more blocking me, guys. Come on. It's only
I,
been two, but you know
I'm gonna
what?
reach out to my friend. I'm gonna reach out to her. Let's unblock Christine.
No, it's okay. Trust me.
Here's the breaking news for WCIW.
Yes, Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Yes,
Wow.
tonight,
That's
tonight,
crazy.
tonight.
That is crazy. What do you guys have against me? That's
Oh,
crazy.
they
What
don't.
did I do?
They just feel sorry for me because I was blocked.
Yeah, I mean, you were really hard on Skye.
No, I was not. Yeah, the test results. Yes, we
He said
will.
I almost got blocked by Skye. She reached out. We had a conversation. She's a very sweet girl, and I'm team.
Well, see, this is why she didn't block him. She's very sweet. She's very beautiful. I feel so sorry for her. He wasn't saying all that when
Yes.
Tiara was on. Hey, when Tiara was on, he wasn't saying all that. I'm
Why?
just saying, y'all can run it back, run back the interview. I'm just
I can't believe
saying, but it's okay. It's okay.
I like
don't
you.
know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
it's all
like.
good.
I'm calling for the rematch. I'm gonna call Tiara. Tiara, give it a
Oh
rematch.
yeah. Well, how come you didn't call for the rematch when Tiara was on the show?
I was at Tiara event. I was at her goal.
Oh,
Vibe.
is that what that was? Okay.
I did say, would you give her a rematch? And she said what she said.
I
She
mean, you
said,
asked the question, yeah. And
yeah,
what did you say after she answered your question?
so it makes sense. I get it. I mean, I didn't know the full story until Skye broke it down to me.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Her English accent or Australian accent, whatever.
Yeah, Australian accent. Yes.
Chill, Christine. She about to run up in his exactly. What's wrong with you? Right? She was too
I
busy.
know, right? Seriously.
I hope she does come on the show because I'm gonna make it talk. I want to let her talk. You ladies have a conversation, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you're such a peacemaker. I
Yeah,
don't have an issue with Skye. I love her and
you
I
do.
wish her the best. I really do. I really do.
I do too. That's my girl.
Yeah,
That's my girl.
absolutely. It's okay.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Tiara too.
I'm a fan too. I'm a fan of all women that get in the ring. I know what it takes to get in there.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of all men, women that get in the ring. Seriously. It's
You do have your ones that you know.
of course, absolutely. We all have our favorites. Of course we do.
Yeah. Well, you're my favorite. So
Well, you're absolutely my favorite 10-8 podcaster.
damn, that's really mean. That wasn't me. Hey, Christine, that's mean. That was really mean. But I know you got to go get to training, so I'm gonna let you rock out.
Thank
Again, we'll
you.
be back on Friday.
Yes.
So then y'all came in a little late, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'll start the show early on Friday and get Christine in here, and we'll find out
Let's
if
talk more
anybody else
boxing.
wants her.
Okay, we'll bring you some male boxing news. How's that? With a sprinkle of women.
I mean,
No,
we
we're
did
gonna
bring
talk
some
about it all.
mail.
We're gonna talk about it all.
We did bring some mail. Hold on. Somebody said, "What do you guys think about Shakur being pushed by Cormier by
Okay.
Turkey for his disrespect? Berlanga versus Cherise headlines." That's a good question, Red Corner.
It is. It is. Me.
I mean, Edgar
What do
is
you? Yeah. What do you think about it?
um. Is it because of the disrespect? That's a theory that's out there, but also Edgar is from Brooklyn. He's from New York City. The fight's probably going to be at the Barclays Center, so it would look crazy if he was the co-main event instead of another card instead of Edgar. I'll say this: Turkey honestly has no filter. Like he's going to say what he feels. He did it with David Benavidez. If this is true, then it's true. But it wouldn't surprise me the way Turkey honestly has been moving over the last few months. HLD says both Skye and Alicia blocked you. You're not surprised.
HLD, I see you.
Former lovers at the same time. What the hell was that? Not surprising. Former lovers. I don't know what that is. Who's lovers? Hold on. What happened here? Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
What
HLD.
what was
You
that?
said it. You said it, not me.
Wait,
I want
Skye
to.
and Alicia were lovers? That's what he's saying?
No.
I am confused.
Well, I'll tell you what he is alleging after we get off the air. But so Red Corner Boxing, as far honestly, it doesn't look like anything to me. Like maybe he did slap Shakur on the wrist for what he said by doing that, but honestly, does the money change? Do the views change? Like it's not a big deal to me. Like who comes in first? Who comes in last? We just want to see who comes out at the end with their hand raised. To me, I don't care about it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
And maybe it was him being petty, but to me, it doesn't make a difference. And obviously, it doesn't to Shakur either.
No, it does. It does mean something. But
Yeah.
that's why I think he fired Eddie Hearn. That's what I believe.
Well, he's not arguing about being a co-main event. So.
Well, it's also his boy too. That's his boy. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna let you rock out on that note. I appreciate you, Christine.
Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a great
You gotta tell me right
day.
after this. I don't know what that meant, but you gotta tell me. But it's
I
your
will.
boy Norms, it's Christine, and we are out of here. Appreciate y'all.